Welcome to story time. On story time, wait again if I don't tell a gist. If I don't give you the gist from the source. Now, I am going to talk today about my friend, my dear friend that booked me for a hookup session, for a threesome to be precise, without my knowledge. Now, this said friend of mine has the same name with my mom. So I love my mom so much. So I transferred some of the love I have from my mom to this friend. As a matter of fact, she had a special place in my heart. That is how much I loved her. Now, we did things together. She told me her plans. I told her my plans. We all wanted to succeed in life at that point. So there are things that I would normally not oblige, but I just did it because it was because of her. I was trying to keep my friend. I loved her so much, so I wanted to keep that friendship at all costs. Now, there is this day she called me that she wanted to go out of town and she wanted me to drive her. I said, okay, as long as it's my best friend, I'll drive her, no problem. But at that time, I was somewhere swimming. I was somewhere swimming. So I told her that I am at the pool side. When I finish from there, I'll go home and then change, then pick her up. So I left the pool side like an hour after her call, drove down to the house, had a change of clothes, went into town, and met with her. La voila, and we're ready for the trip. Okay, we live in a cosmopolitan town, but this guy in quotes that she wanted to see, and she told me it was her guy, lived in a smaller town. So we had to move out of town to be with her guy. So it was on a Friday, and she said that we would be spending the weekend over there. I was so excited to meet the man she was dating because she's been telling me stuff about him, but I've never met him in person. Remember, it's my friend, my best friend. So that's how she got her stuff together. She told me there's another person she wanted to see in town before we go out of town to see her guy. So we drove somewhere. She met with this person, spent like 2 hours, and I was like telling her, girl, it's getting late. We're supposed to travel out of town. Driving at night is a challenge. Just 2 girls on the highway, it's a bigger challenge, and you never can tell. I don't know what, but I felt like I was already imagining that there's something going to be wrong with that trip. But it still did not deter me, because who was concerned? My friend. So we entered the car. See, like 9 o'clock at night, I was the one driving. I'm a good driver, experienced one at that. So I drove straight to the fuel station. We filled up the tank, and then we began to move. Now, there are things I would advise you, or I would want to share with you, like the lessons you should learn. If you were going somewhere and then you begin to receive signs like you should not go, please, your instincts are always correct. Just stop that journey and then go back home. The car began to develop a fault while we were still in town, but I just wanted to please my friend. I just wanted to make her be with her man that night. So I kept on moving. So it looks like the car would heat up. When it heats up, I stop. It cools down, then I continue. Imagine 2 of us on the highway with a car like that. Nothing was telling me to go back. I just wanted to please my friend. I just wanted to make her happy. She asked me to take her, and I'm taking her to where she wanted to be. So the guy kept calling, where are you guys now? At what level? We'll tell him, yeah, we're at so and so level, we're at this place, we reached this place. So he could not even go to sleep. So because of the 40 occurrences we experienced on the highway with the car, we really took a journey that could take us like an hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. It took us, say, up to 3-4 hours or so. So now when we finally got there, he was so happy to see us. He said, oh, finally his package has come. That was his statement. Mind you, be vigilant with words, people. Be vigilant. Hey, my package don't land, my package don't land, my package don't land. I don't understand. Say that package na me. They have a plan, and I did not know it. She just convinced me to go see her guy, and I agreed to drive her there. Now, the guy set a table. The time was like, say, 2 a.m., 2 o'clock in the morning. He said he had prepared the meals all by himself, and there's no way we'll go and sleep without eating that food. So we really could not eat that night. So but we just tasted the food, and then off we went to bed. So I was a little bit surprised because they showed me the guest room, and I went into the guest room, and a couple of minutes later my friend followed me into the guest room to install her things in there. And I was surprised. I thought, we are in your guy's place, you should be in his bedroom and not in the guest room with me. You know, I don't just want to go there. You know, there's something I've been expecting from him. He doesn't want to give me. I just want to give him a tough time. So we're gonna stay here together. We're gonna stick here, you know, when you are close to the source, and then you can't have it, you know. Anything she said at that point in time, to me, it was correct. I don't want to offend my friend. That's how much I love my friend. So the long and short of the story is, at night, while I was fast asleep, I realized I heard the door creaking. She was the one leaving the room, and she was on tiptoes, tap, 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 going out of the room. So like, say 5 o'clock in the morning or 5:30, she came back into our bedroom, then tiptoed and climbed on the bed, and then as early as 6 in the morning, she was like waking me up. Mama, won't you get up? How did you sleep? How's everything? And I'm like, we slept here together. She realized that maybe I'd seen her or something, so she just closed the topic. So not too long from that time, the guy came to the room to inform us that he's made breakfast, and he intended to serve us breakfast in bed, but we're already up. Then I was like, I am an early riser. I always wake up like really early. So I checked. There's a gym in that house. Mark you, it was a whole mansion, a complete mansion with staff, many rooms, several living rooms. There was also a gym, a washing room, a swimming pool, an outdoor, like 2 outdoor settings, all in that same house. It was a big house, a mansion, let me say that. So we went out to have breakfast. The breakfast he said he had prepared. Mind you, there is a cook in that house, but he said no, he was going to prepare all the meals we were going to eat as long as we stayed in that place. Now, the first sign I had was the car giving me troubles on my way there. Then now I received a video call, and my friend was cautioning me not to take video calls in that place. And I began to think, what's happening? Why can't I take video call? So my instincts began to tell me that there's something not right around that place. So I texted a friend of mine my location where I was at that time, and it was a boy. So he was asking me, what did you do for this? I said, no, I just need you to know, because I wanted to take a video call, and my friend did not like it. So I just needed someone to know where I was. Actually, he said, no problem, that he knows exactly where I am, and that's fine. Shortly afterwards, my dad called me. He said he had some stuff he wanted to give to me. When am I going to come to collect them? Then I told him that I am in a small town close to where he is, that I am not too far. Then he said, if I can come, let me come and collect whatever he wanted to give me. So That is how I hopped into the car and I drove to my dad. I collected whatever I was going to collect from him, then I came back. So on my way driving back alone, I began to think. The car had problems when we came. I forgot, in the morning when we woke up, he called his mechanic to take my car for servicing. So my car was serviced and then brought back to the house. So I took the car now and then went to see my dad. So on my way back, I began to think. I said, but I had problems with my car coming down to this place. Meanwhile, the whole day yesterday, the car was fine. Just the evening that I decided to drive down to this place. Secondly, I wanted to take a video call and my friend was asking me not to take the video call. And then thirdly, she was sneaking at night to go to his room. It's supposed to be your guy. We are here because this is your guy's place. And from the way he talks, he misses you. So why sneak around in the house to go see your guy? So I didn't get it. Now, in the morning, when I wake up, I just stayed in my room and then she left the room and then I took my bath. Then she came back to me and was like, oh, she had prepared a bath for us in her guy's room. And I was like, why would I want to come and take my bath in your guy's room? I don't get it. Say, you safe. Can we not just do what? Can we not just enjoy ourselves? There's a jacuzzi there and there's a bathtub there. You know, we could just do what? All of these thoughts while I was driving back keep running into my head. I said, I think there is something I am not getting from this place. Now, when I left in my absence, it looked like they have been arguing among themselves. I told you I needed to do a threesome. You brought somebody, but she's not coming in. She's distant from us, and I don't get it. So when driving into that place, I think I heard things like that. So I parked the car and I was just passive. Still wanting to please my friend. I didn't leave. I stayed. The second night, she still snuck out of the room and then went to his place at night, to his room at night. Then I was off already. I said, this is it for me. I don't need any signs. I don't need any more thoughts. I don't need anything. Immediately it's done. I am leaving this place. I smell foul here. I don't get it. As early as 5 o'clock again in the morning, she rushes back to the guest room where I was and then woke me up and then invited me again for the second time to go take my bath in his room. Then I said I wasn't going to take my bath in his room. Then she invited me to come and see the room. So I went in to see the room. I don't know how you would invite me for us to take a bath in a bathtub with petals and adult toys around, and the format, where the bed was, the kind of decorations were all suggestive of what they brought me there for. So when I got into the room, I saw all that, and the guy was in his robe, his bathroom robe, and I just looked at it and it all played out nicely in front of me. This is it. She's brought me here for a threesome with a guy who, in quotes, might not even be her guy, because I don't see how it is your guy and you can't freely spend the night with him in his room. You come to my room while I am fast asleep, you rush out, you tiptoe, you go and come back before I wake up. All of that didn't spell well. That is how I made up my mind that morning, went back into my room, took my bath, put my stuff together, and I just informed her that if you're not coming, I am leaving. I have an emergency at home. I got to go. I don't know what happened after that, but I heard the two of them arguing in the room. I was already in the car and honking. Pom, 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 pom. I was ready to go. I wanted to leave that place immediately. So when she got into the car, I had fueled the car to come down. I didn't have a problem with that. I was pleasing my friend. So on our way back, she fueled the car. But I realized that there was no communication like before. She was fed up. She was not talking. She just did not want to talk to me. So I was like, what the heck? You don't tell me why you're angry. You don't tell me why you brought me to a place like this. You don't give me reasons why I shouldn't have left. I don't get it. That is how we got into town. I drove her to her place. I left her and then went back home and never called her again. The next day she called me because the program was to come back from her guy's place and then we'll go somewhere else. She called me based on where we're supposed to be going the next day. I didn't even take the call, and that was it. I never called her again till today. Never ever again. What worries me is I don't call you, you never call me. It looks like she too read between the lines that it was all over. But if she ever stumbles on this video, she would know that I am talking about her. And I'm sending this message to her that I really, really as a friend, liked her like a sister, like my blood, you know. And that thing she did, I didn't approve of it. Maybe I was too hasty or I was so harsh with my decision of staying away. But I expected that if I stayed away and she really felt the way I felt for her, maybe she would have asked me what went wrong. And I would have maybe opened up to her that you shouldn't have done something like this, because from every indication you had planned, I don't know if you collected money, but the plan was to bring me here for some sort of threesome or so. Because before I left, the guy met me and was asking for my number. He actually insisted and took my phone that I must give him my number because he wanted to see me again. Then I gave him my number, and then when he called me now, I blocked the number because I didn't want that communication. It looked like he was just okay, since you didn't give me what I wanted, I'll collect it later, and wanted to keep that. No, it's a no for me. So today on story time, that is what I had for you. You can only learn from experiences like this. So pick the lessons in it. If your instincts holds you back, if you see signs why you should not go, please stop. As always, see you. Bye.